What's up, everybody? Before we get into it with you guys today, we want you all on March 1st to come join C2 Wrestling here on YouTube as we watch live WWE's Elimination Chamber PLE, the last stop before WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. Can John Cena find his way to that WrestleMania to win his 17th World Championship? Who knows? But we want to hang out with you all when we find out if he can do it. So you got to stay subscribed. You got to have the notifications on with C2 Wrestling. How else would you know when we go live? Come here on March 1st to hang out with your boys and have some fun. What is up, C2 Wrestling fans? Your boys are back. This time we're going over Friday Night SmackDown. The Rock has returned, the final boss. We're wearing the shirt, you know.
I didn't even realize you were on. I didn't realize. I didn't even realize we've been on the
fire shirt.
We've been on this call for like 5 minutes. I didn't even notice.
It's a little covered by the hair, maybe, but absolutely fire shirt. This is the shirt that you'd get that little cardboard cutout with the ice creams back in the day. This is like the logo that would be on that cutout. Fire shirt. Not so fire promo. I'm a little indifferent here. I do want to get into it, but I first want to tell the fans to subscribe to C2 Wrestling. Go in, turn those notifications on. Hell of a lot of content coming out, especially next Saturday, March 1st, Elimination Chamber. Not only will The Rock be there and Cody Rhodes will be there, Cody Rhodes, but we will be here on YouTube live, watching, reviewing it, hanging out with the fans. So be sure to get those notifications on and come hang out with your boys. As for tonight, mediocre SmackDown. I'll just say that outright. Nothing crazy tonight. I feel like it was maybe a slower, not so great SmackDown because it was a lot of just like anticipation, just get through the motions to get to The Rock. I didn't really care for much else, if I'm being honest tonight. And then The Rock was it was questionable. I'll start with that.
All right, so it felt like before The Rock, it was okay. Let's just get to The Rock.
Yeah,
he's probably not going to main event because he's going to go overtime and they want to get it all in. Then The Rock segment happens, and the rest is like, all right, well, some things, time's cut. Let's kind of rush through this. Stumble our way through, which is how most Rock episodes go, unless it's on Netflix and they can do whatever they want. It's, a lot of matches don't happen from interferences or, no clean finishes because match ends short. Pretty common when The Rock is around and fills up most of the show. I am going to be in the minority.
Okay.
I don't hate this.
Yeah, I'm not in love with it. I don't hate it either, though. I'm still indifferent because nothing's solidified yet. I mean, listen, if I'm a betting man and you were to ask me, it's Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at WrestleMania 41 for the WWE Championship, night 2 main event. Lock it in. It's guaranteed. If that shot of The Rock on the ramp with Cody in the ring and the WrestleMania sign in the background wasn't foreshadowing, then I don't know what to tell you. You can pretty much lock it in. How they get there is what intrigues me. I love The Rock. There's a lot of Rock haters out there right now. There always have been, I guess. But, in the last 2 years, they've really come out of the bushes and they're hating on The Rock more than ever. I love The Rock. I think he's best for business. Get The Rock on TV. The Rock wants to show up, unannounced the day before on SmackDown. Let him show up. It's The Rock. I'm okay with this. The whole winner of the Chamber facing Cody Rhodes, whether it's Punk or Cena or whoever it is, it would have been a great match. It still could be, but it doesn't have the draw to it that the potential Rock versus Cody match does. And fans can say what they want to say. I've already seen it before SmackDown. Oh my God, why not focus on the talent you already got? All this, all that. They are. The talent they got is Cody Rhodes. That is the talent, guys. He is the baby face of the company, more over than ever. How do you showcase him? Put him in the biggest marquee match. And he's a star. He's the biggest star in the company. Will he ever break that level that John Cena and The Rock have broken? He could. And pairing him up with The Rock at WrestleMania is a stepping stone to doing so.
I'll tell you why I liked it. And I know a lot of people were shitting on it. Whatever. That's, the beauty of wrestling. Everyone's got an opinion. You have yours, I have mine. The reason I liked it is because pretty clearly The Rock decided, F it, I'm going to wrestle. I'm going to face Cody. I've got the time to squeeze in between movies. I'm just going to do this. Clearly that seems to be decided by him from his Instagram post, from him randomly showing up. Now, I don't think it was that um
Out
what's
of
the
left
word I'm
field.
looking for? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it probably was a bit in their plans or a
Well,
bit in his plans, I should say.
so my read is that a day prior to SmackDown, The Rock announced this will be at SmackDown. A day prior to The Rock announcing that, it comes out that Rock lands a role in a brand new Martin Scorsese film, which is going to be a big movie, I'm sure. That's going to take up a chunk of time for The Rock. But it seems like they had to wait for that to be set to make sure they can announce The Rock, is the way I look at it.
Well, also you had almost a month ago, Cody posted his February schedule. And on this date, February 21st, in New Orleans, he used a clip of him and The Rock
Yep.
taking a shot back. That tells me this is not something they decided in 2 days. This
Yeah, I
is
agree.
a
Yes.
20 steps ahead thing.
Well, now also, like, the Cody match has never been made official yet. Maybe that is
Correct.
coincidence, but they didn't make anything official with outside of Gunther and Jay, which is official, but it's not official yet. There could be a third participant added to that match now. Nothing is set in stone yet, so the door has been open for a while for this Rock return.
So here's why I like it. They had The Rock come back. They did that weird segment, the Mania, not even there. They did that weird segment,
Yeah.
Raw after Mania, where it was just awkward and they're holding each other's titles. And, Rock was half heel. It was half Rock, half Dwayne Johnson, and it was very awkward. I know there was the bad blood thing. I'm almost just keeping that out of my mind, but still kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then I look at Raw Netflix debut, and Rock is putting Cody over. I think in between that time, he probably had it in his mind. There's a good chance I wrestle and I face Cody, but I've peeled back the curtain so much, and we've done it so much. How do we do this to make sense? Because The Rock can't just come back. It's been so clear. I mean, at the Raw at Netflix debut, he's gassing Cody up. He's hyping him up. He's talking about how great he is and he's thankful for him, yada, yada. You can't just have him go back and pretend like the last 6 to 8 months haven't happened and he just flashes back and he's like, I want that championship, yada, yada. So you got to find a route to have it somewhat make sense. And is there a million ways to do it? I don't think so. And if you start thinking of all the possibilities, I don't think this is that bad of an idea where in that time period, this is the story. The Rock hated Cody, then he took a liking to him, so much so that he wants Cody to become his guy and join him in corporate essentially, to then offers it to Cody. Cody, the ultra baby face, says, I can't do that. Like I keep my friends close, my enemies closer. That's why I've been so nice to you. The Rock then slaps the taste out of his mouth, beats him with the belt, does whatever he wants to him, says, you don't disrespect me. I want your soul. I'm taking your soul at WrestleMania, and I'm taking the WWE Championship to take everything from you. That's why I actually kind of like it. I think people are very quick to be like, this doesn't make any sense. This is shit. This is dumb. This makes, this out of left field. I really don't think it's that crazy at all.
No, it's really not. The same fans that are going to go on and say that are the same fans that will shit on storytelling and anything that isn't physically in the ring wrestling. There's obviously a story to be told here with The Rock and Cody. There has been ever since the build to last Mania. There's a story with Rock and Roman still. Who's to say this is even the final, straw for The Rock? He might have a whole other, match in him. Who knows? There's a lot of potential here in a Cody Rock feud. Does it take away from somebody else? Not really. I mean, somebody's still going to win that chamber match and get put into the Gunther J match, it seems, at this point. The only person that really fits that bill to me would be Drew, to be honest. That leaves the door open for other guys, Punk, Cena, all them. The only thing I don't want out of this.
I'm doing the wind horse fingers.
The only thing I don't want out of this is for CM Punk to get snubbed of a WrestleMania main event. I don't think he does, because The Rock is getting the night two main event. That night one main event still is shaping up to be Roman Punk Rollins, if they still go that triple threat route. Rock versus Cody makes sense. I'm not a fan of it is like the in-betweener Rock. There's a lot of in-betweeners in wrestling, but this final boss gimmick at Mania 40 was a heel. He was a bona fide heel. And ever since then, it's been these weird like face promos, cut to being heel in the middle of it. Then he's a face again. He does his "Can you smell the rock" promo, and then he tells the fans they have syphilis, and then he does this. Like it's a little back and forth. It's a little confusing. I understand there being a little bit of frustration in that, but they're still going somewhere with this. They're still absolutely. You pretty much just laid it out. I would be surprised if it's booked any differently than how you just kind of put it. Maybe there's a little bit here or there that they change up, but it kind of writes itself if you ask me.
I said to my buddies earlier in the day, I was like, it's a shame we can't get The Rock on like a closer to at least a part-time schedule because a split personality character where he doesn't realize he's the same person as the final boss and the Rock that the fans love, where
Mm-hmm.
he just like doesn't realize at one moment he's being the world's biggest dickhead, to the next moment he's showing off the goosebumps and kissing people in the crowd. That would be a great, story. What I think is the most, this is where I did the windy fingers, the wind horse fingers. If I had to guess, the easiest outcome for this is Cena actually does win the chamber, and Cena does join Jay and Gunther in the triple threat. The only reason being because we know of the Cena Cody friendship, whatever, obviously the help and the passing of the torch. I could see the promo between Cena and Cody of Cena saying, I had to take care of The Rock myself. I know what shoes you're in. You know, this is your job. I want that title, but I also want the title that's behind you because I just want to become champion. I understand what you're going through. I'm not going to get in your way. Or maybe it's the flip of Cody saying, dude, you can't get in my way. You've been in my shoes. You know what this means to me. I'll give you a match whenever you want, but this one, I need The Rock one-on-one, yada, yada, you name it. That match could still easily, people are going to hate this, that triple threat easily could not be the main event of night one, and Punk, Cody, Rollins could easily still be the main event. I'm not saying that's how it all plays out, but just from us spitballing and talking through things, that is, again, though, you start thinking two triple threats of that magnitude. Is that kind of weird? I don't know. I
You
don't know.
know, I was just going to say, out of all the potential multi-man matches heading into this WrestleMania, the Gunther Jay match is not the match that I particularly want a third wrestler in. It's more so because I want the fans that are mad about it to stay mad when Jay wins the world championship at WrestleMania, even though it's our boy Gunther.
Gunther's retaining, baby.
That's our boy right there, Gunther. But Jay versus Gunther is a singles match. You could add another guy into it, but I don't know if it kind of needs that layer. I would bet it doesn't main event. Whatever concoction of guys are in that match is probably not main eventing. Roman Rock, Cody Rock. There was always the idea that like one of those might happen at this WrestleMania. It is a little intriguing to me that they did elect the Cody Rock route. I think Roman is, I don't want to say he's winding down, but he's maybe in that last, maybe it's a long run too, but he's in that last win, I guess. And I maybe think they want to put, yeah, literally.
I've got something else.
I think they want to put that rocket on maybe Cody. It's already on Cody, don't get me wrong, but they want to strap another rocket onto him. And, you have more of maybe a time frame to do that with Cody than you do Roman at this point. There's a lot of options. There really is a lot of things they could do. I have always thought Cody is retaining the title at this WrestleMania. I never thought he was going to lose the title, no matter who the match was against. Could The Rock win the title? Yeah, I mean, The Rock could always win the title. They could always go some crazy route. But it does read to me as Cody retaining the championship. I do got to say, though, I can very much envision what we saw here tonight being a long-term seed for the eventual Cody heel turn. Now, I already see discourse. Cody's not turning heel by Toronto at Elimination Chamber, guys. Get real. Literally, were you watching SmackDown? Do you watch wrestling? I don't get it. It's long term. eventually he really has a heel turn in him. And maybe we do get that corporate Cody paired up with The Rock. And that could be something special. And the last thing I'll say before I hand it off to you, Cody said a few months ago, they have plans that no one sees coming. Is that the plan?
You and I seem to be on the same page. There's no way your biggest baby face a week before you're turning him heel.
No.
I just don't. The
I
guy
think it's more
prints
likely
money.
that we main event WrestleMania
Yeah,
41.
which isn't impossible. I did the Windhorse fingers again. Shout out PMT. Shout out Windhorse. Because something else hit me. What if, what if CM Punk does win the Chamber? What if Punk does choose the world title? And that world title match main events night one because Roman Reigns is facing Seth Rollins one-on-one, and Punk's favor from Heyman is, even though Roman's Mr. Main Event, hit the bricks, buddy. I'm going for the world championship at WrestleMania. I'm in the main event. I'm not saying that's how it plays out. We're doing ultra spitballing here tonight because, you know, I've seen a lot of people really shitting on Mania build because last year's was so great.
The best ever.
And it's in everybody's mind. So that's what everyone's going to compare it to. And it just happened. I really like the confusion of this year's Mania. Like, to me, these are all wrestlers I like. So I'm not sitting here watching like nervous that, oh my God, are they gonna do this guy versus this guy? This is gonna be a night. If that happens, I'm not interested at all. Like, almost every option I'm interested in. It has me. I have to tune in every single week. So I'm like, oh, now there's this seed. Now Priest is all of a sudden saying he's choosing Cody. I thought the match was just you face Cody, but like that's what I love about this Mania build. That's what brings us to be spitballing all these different outcomes. Oh, maybe Cody does turn heel. Maybe he doesn't turn heel. I just don't get like, all right, do you have to think it's the greatest thing ever? No. But people who don't like the unpredictability and kind of take it as messiness and bad build, like I disagree. I really enjoy this build because I don't know what the hell to expect.
Absolutely, I do. You know, the unpredictability. We say all the time, predictability is good when it's done right. What's better than the predictability, even when it's done right, is unpredictability, of course. And that's what we're getting with this WrestleMania build. The people that are shitting on it, the people that have been shitting on the booking, the build, Triple H, everything, cry me a river. You're going to find something to complain about regardless. Triple H could put your favorite Dakota Kai against Cody Rhodes for the championship at WrestleMania 41, and then there would be something else to complain about because somebody else misses their spot. There's always something that the unhappy fan is going to have to say. The Rock said it. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Like, they are giving us great stuff here. Again, tonight's SmackDown, we're always going to tell you how we see it, and truthful. It wasn't a great SmackDown tonight. It was mediocre at best. It was a lot of kind of filler segments. They got everybody on the card that y'all complained and complained and complained to see. So you can't really complain about it if you ask me. The Rock segment was a little wishy-washy. It didn't go crazy over time, but it sets things up. It keeps us questioning. It now also has The Rock and Cody Rhodes, the two biggest stars, booked for Elimination Chamber. Now, Toronto, March 1st. Not only is the actual show Elimination Chamber more must-see, but it's more must-see to come here and hang out with us and see how we react, review to what goes down between Cody Rhodes and The Rock and the Elimination Chamber matches. There's a lot to get to.
When we have one of our 9,000 spitballing predictions come true, we're going to sit here and be like, I didn't say those 8,990 whatever others. I only said this one and it happened. I told you so. That's exactly what I'll do.
It is exactly what I'll do. You know, I do, again, said it at the top of this video. Mark it. It's Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at WrestleMania. I would be flabbergasted if it went any other route than that. If there is a Cody Rhodes heel turn, I don't think we see that till maybe the next WrestleMania build, if then. Long time coming, but it's been long-term storytelling. This is still all playing off of a year ago. We have to wait these things out. And I understand the fans are more impatient than ever. The Rock is not full-time. He's not even part-time. He's really not even quarter-time. He pops up here and there. But he's The Rock. If you're complaining about The Rock on TV, Watch something else.
Hey,
Watch Moana 2. All right, how about that? C2 wrestling, baby.